number 15, Sharif Surgeon. Coaches, George Hughes and Bradbury Brown. For the Bahamas, number 4, Mitchell Johnson. Number 5, Alonso Hines. Number 6, Marvin Ray. Number 7, Ray Rose. Number 8, Eugene Bain. Number 9, Scott Farrington. Number 10, Lyndon Rose. Number 11, Bennett Davis. Number 12, Arnold Ferguson. Number 13, Dwight Colby. Number 14, Khalid Colby. And number 15, Agnon Raw. Coach, Mario Poland. Please rise to wear the national anthems of the Bahamas and Antigua.
And welcome for Game 3, second day of the 2014 CBC Tournament. The Bahamas versus Antigua. Bahamas had a good showing yesterday. They were led by Orlando Hines with 14 points. Starting the second day with a 1-0 record, facing an Antigua and Barbados team who lost yesterday in the opening round. Seconds away from the opening tip. Bahamas team who placed second in the 2011 CBC tournament, running second up to the U.S. Virgin Islands team. Very big squad.
All right, so Cal, you ready for our third game of the day, my brother?
I am, and surprisingly, I'm energetic. I'm feeling good.
Look, man,
we got the 5-hour energy.
That one is yours, bro.
About to pop one right now.
That's it.
And we're ready to go.
So Colby will jump center for the Bahamas. Bahamas gets the tap. Early lob to Roll.
And that's a set play out of the jump ball. That's the way you start a game, Rashidi.
Well, they got the party started quickly. So Antigua brings it across the timeline. The real McCoy. Turnover. Here comes Bahamas. Gray. Shades of gray. Turnover. Here comes Antigua Barbuda. Richardson is fouled on the way to the rack.
This Bahamas team is a well-rounded, well-coached team.
So the foul is called on Magnum Roll. His first, obviously, since we are just underway, 30 seconds into the action. Richardson, bueno. One more for Richardson on the way. And both attempts are good for Richardson. So here comes the Bahamas. Roll handling the ball up top. Pass it off to Hines. The cutter. Davis down to Colby. Colby doesn't get the roll. Rebound, Richardson. Richardson brings it across the timeline. Pull up. No good. Rebound by Marvin Gray. Gets it down low to Roll. Shake, rattle, and roll, getting it done early. He's going to go to the free throw line to attempt 2.
Roll had a good game yesterday. He started off quick. Wasn't that effective in the second half, but had 9 points for the Bahamian team.
So Roll going to shoot a couple. And the first one, no good. Roll's second attempt. Bueno. So here comes Antigua Barbuda. The real McCoy handle it. He's being guarded by Gray. Popping up on the wing, that is Bijan. His attempt, no good. Here comes the Bahamas. Hines. Hines just penetrated a little too deep. Richardson behind the back. Moving on the right side wing. Gets it up, no good. Tap back, no good. Rebound Davis. Here comes the Bahamas. So Hines to Davis. Looking for roll on the interior, nothing happening. Davis from deep. Big rebound, Real McCoy. Here comes Richardson across the court. Shot no good. Richardson with the long rebound. McCoy says, let's slow things down. Easy, easy. The corner tray, no good. Rebound by the big fella. The Sergeant is in the books for 2. Salute the Sarge.
Sergeant had a very good first half in the game yesterday, and they kind of went away from him in the second half. Let's see if he can keep this up the whole game.
Big move by Kadeem Colby. The hook. Good. 7:27. And this might be a high-flying ball game today. 5-4 in favor of the Bahamas.
And this works in favors of the Bahamas team because they can go deep in the bench. The Antigua team not too deep.
McCoy goes baseline, loses the handle, gets it off to Sargent. Shot off too late, 24-second violation.
That Bahamian team is a real scrappy team. Kind of remind me of one of my good friends that I played with in Europe by the name of Quentin Hall. He was a longtime member of this Bahamian team, but like me, he's old and retired now. He was their second leading scorer. A lot of talking going on the court early in the game.
Certainly is. Davis' second attempt. Good. So here comes Antigua Barbuda. Richardson with the rock on the left side wing. Gives it to the Real McCoy. McCoy waiting on the screen from Scott the third. Pull up. Wet.
And real early, it looked like the Antigua team is going to try to shoot the lights out of the ball as there's attempted already 6 3-point shots.
7-7. Roll ran out of real estate. Stepped on the baseline. Here comes Antigua. So Richardson gives it to McCoy. McCoy to Richardson. Scott at the top of the key. Pass it to the left side wing. Harrington from deep. No good. Rebota. Gray. Gray across the timeline. Pulls it out on the right side wing. Oh, he's quick. Oh, excuse me. Drops it off of Davis. And Davis just drops it. Here comes Antigua. Richardson.
Great Scott.
Great Scott. For 3. Ten to 7 Antigua. So Gray gets it to Hines. Hines goes left in the middle of the lane. Nice shot, didn't get it to go. Here comes Antigua, the Real McCoy. Throws it ahead to Scott. No good. Rebota, roll. So Bahamas with the rock. So Bahamas coach is screaming for a timeout. But he's a college coach, new to the international play. So Bahamas, Davis trying to make something happen off the dribble.
And McCoy is active on the glass. And this Antiguan team, they're going to have to do that. All 5 are going to have to rebound against a big Bahamas team.
And the score is 10-7. Our first break of the action. 4:56 to go in the first quarter. Before we go any further, man, I just want to say I'm having a great time calling these games with my homeboy Cal White, veteran of the U.S. Virgin Islands national team, now hung up the shoes and has picked up his press credentials.
I've officially retired.
All right, so great Scott at the top of the key, passes on the wing. Antigua looking inside, not getting anything. The real McCoy goes middle. Scott passes it on the interior, stolen away by Roll. Scott is whistled for the foul and is in total agreement with the referee. You don't see that too often. So Puerto Rican referee Blanco Diaz blows the whistle.
It's amazing with today's technology. Just got a text from my boy Quentin Hall. He's asking me to tell the coach to tell Hines and Gray get the ball inside.
There you go.
Bahamas team is big inside and has a clear advantage over the Antiguan team.
So Davis patting the rock, turns it over. Here comes the real McCoy. McCoy will shoot two. Blocking is the call by Diaz.
Rashidi, the pace is real fast in the early minutes of this game. It's going to be interesting to see if Antigua can keep this up. As I said, they have some older players on their team. And once we get into that third and fourth quarter, that wear and tear is going to start to set in on them.
Fast and furious early. McCoy. Good. McCoy's second attempt is underway and no good. Rebound Davis. Here comes the Bahamas. So across the timeline is Hines looking inside for Roll. That's a good idea. Roll back to Hines. Steal. And on the run, Antigua gets a transition bucket.
And Antigua looking real good in the on. Scott, he had a great game yesterday. Led his team with 17 points. Starting where he finished yesterday. Having another great outpouring today.
So Antigua Barbuda has it. Davis across the timeline. Gives it to Cruz. Meade goes left. Move it. Here comes the Bahamas. Gray. Foul called on Meade.
Gray and Hines definitely one of the more speedy backcourts in this tournament.
I would venture to say they are the fastest backcourt in the tournament. Davis took too many steps. Also got to say shout outs to CCT, the proud sponsors of this broadcast. Antigua Barbuda brings it across the timeline. Davis handling. Davis goes left. Interior pass, no bueno. Good hustle by Gray, however, he couldn't make the save, so the possession stays with Antigua Barbuda. Meade to Davis on the inbound. Meade collects, pull up, no good.
Both
Bodies
teams getting
are
after it
flying
on.
around,
Both
yeah.
teams are getting after it on the glass. Hines asking the ref to watch the close contact.
And then immediately elbows Samuel Cruz. So Bain gets it up top.
Great defense by Davis.
Off the hands of Davis, so the possession will stay with the Bahamas. So a lot of physicality between Hines and Cruz. Hines with the pull-up. That's a tough one. Rebound, Francis.
I think that shot by Hines was just a shot to say you can't guard me.
Right.
Samuel and Hines going back and forth. Both guards trying to get the upper hand. Shot clock reset.
So Cruz Samuel will inbound the ball to Davis. Davis is going to bring the ball across the timeline. Davis goes behind the back. Penetration down the lane. Didn't get the roll. Here comes the Bahamas. Derek Colby. Oh, look!
And Rashidi, did you see how Rose got up?
I saw Rose up. Derek Colby will shoot 2.
Rose, similar jumping ability to NBA player Derrick Rose.
With the good knees, of course. So Colby to shoot 2. Good. Second shot also good for Colby. So the Bahamas enjoy a slim 22-20 advantage. Those are the first buckets of the second quarter. So the real McCoy back into the ball game for Antigua. Nice screen by Sargent.
And when he sets a screen, you're well screened.
The baseline drive, no good. Here comes the Bahamas. Rose with the pull-up.
Beautiful jump shot by Rose. Got the defender back on his heels and stepped back. Knocked it down.
So McCoy across the timeline. Being guarded by Rose. McCoy using the Scott screen. McCoy to Scott. Scott looking for some help. Turnover. Rose. Offensive foul called, and Calvert is in agreement.
Rose had a clear lane to the basket. One of his players trying to shield off the Antigua defender got caught and was called for the offensive foul.
So the foul was called on Bennett Davis. McCoy handling. McCoy being guarded by Rose. The three-pointer. Good.
Great Scott. Sheedy Scott is keeping them in the game.
He certainly is. 24-23, and what a game we have early. Hines with the fade. That was a tough one. Rebound. Richardson. Here comes Antigua. Beautiful find. Davis for 2.
Beautiful pass by the Antiguan team. And I know the Bahamas coach is not too happy with Hines basically just going one-on-one on the last possession.
Davis has it up top. Goes back inside to Bain, and there's a whistle. So there was an issue with the shot clock. So they reset it to 12 seconds.
Antigua almost had the steal and the table reset the shot clock, but they never had possession of the ball. So good call by the officials to put it back down to 12.
So Gray handling up top for the Bahamas. Gray picked up by Richardson. Colby pulls up. No good. Falta personal.
Scott is telling his team, guys, jump on my back and follow me. He's all over this court.
Foul called on Davis. That's his second. So McCoy brings it across the timeline for Antigua. Antigua up 1. Richardson. Spin move.
Richardson didn't like the foul just now. Felt the whistle was already blown, and the Bahamas player gave him an extra little shove.
So Antigua to inbound. McCoy has it at the top of the key. Passes it off to Richardson. Richardson swings it on the opposite side. Great Scott. No good. Rebota. Goes to Colby. Here comes the Bahamas. Hines, no good. Tapped out to the Sergeant. Good hustle.
Hines is one of those offensive-minded point guards. When he gets the ball, he's not really looking to pass. He's trying to score.
So those slim numbers, those slim single-digit numbers for Bahamas are difficult to read, so you got to bear with us. We're meeting all these players for the first time. So the real McCoy handling up top. Richardson, back to McCoy. Beautiful ball movement. Splash!
Yes, sir. As you said, great ball movement by the Antiguan team. Ball started on the right side of the floor, ended up on the left.
So the Bahamas have the ball on the left side of the wing. Left side wing. Looking on the interior. Bad pass. McCoy with the steal. McCoy with numbers. Finds Meade. And that's a good deed.
What a pass by the veteran point guard, Lennox McCoy.
30-24. Johnson. Here comes Antigua. McCoy controlling. Gets it over to Richardson. Richardson looks on the interior, nothing doing. Back to McCoy. McCoy directing traffic. Waits on the screen from Scott. Gives it off to Meade. No good. Here comes the Bahamas. Rose handling the rock. Gives it to Colby. Gray finds an open shooter in the corner, no good. Falta personal called on Kadeem Colby.
And those are the little things you got to do if you're trying to win a game. McCoy, who's the point guard on the team, in there in the mix, rebounding.
Yep. So 29-24, 4:36 to go in the half, and the Bahamas call timeout.
Got a good one.
So Antigua with possession. McCoy, the veteran point guard, has played all the minutes early for Antigua. McCoy picked up full court by Gray. McCoy appreciates the challenge. So McCoy goes to the basket. Beautiful. Didn't get the roll. Here comes Gray. Colby finds Johnson. Johnson went baseline. Called for the free arm. Chicken wing. Antigua with possession. McCoy controlling the rock. Brings it across the timeline. Antigua running the X. So sets the screen. McCoy called for the moving screen.
Antigua clearly with the momentum right now. Bahamas team trying to get back in rhythm.
So bringing the ball across the timeline for the Bahamas. Gray passes it off to Hines. Rose to Gray. Gray goes inside to Colby. Colby back out to Gray. Gray with the penetration. Lots of contact, no call. Colby gets a rebound. I'm sorry, McCoy gets a rebound. Richardson. Colby up top. Uh-oh, Mead. Splash.
Mead said, I need 3-punta.
32-24 Antigua. Rose up top for the Bahamas. Bain to Hines. Colby. Hines looking inside, nothing doing. Gray. Gray from a distance. Splash.
Cool like the other side of the pillow.
So Sargent trying to play a little high-low. Getting the fans in the first row on the baseline involved in the ball game.
And Sargent hasn't been too effective in this game.
Spending a lot of time on the high post.
Part of it because the Antigua team have shot the ball so good from the perimeter. Samuel and Hines still drawing at each other.
So Cruz Samuel with the task of trying to manage Hines. Rose. Rose with the pull. No good. Rebota. Colby. No good. Put back is good. 2 points for Bain. Mead on the left side wing. Passes it to Samuel. Samuel looks inside. Knocked away by Colby. The re-entry. Good pass. Reverse. Deuces. Sargent.
Sargent saluting on that reverse.
Good pass. Good back cut. Bain for two. A recipient from Rose.
Beautiful play by the Bahamian team, sharing the basketball.
So Antigua trying to go inside to the Sargent. The Sargent, too strong. Here comes the Bahamas. Rose. I'm sorry, that's Hines. And Cruz Samuel.
And Samuel not willing to give up anything to Hines. As he popped back up on the floor, he was right back on him.
Including an apology. So, the Bahamas will get some free throws. A bonus situation. Hines seems to be grabbing his hamstring.
Don't know if you guys can see on television, but in real time, both Samuel and Hines, 50-yard dash running down the floor was quick.
Hines to shoot 2. First one. Good. Second free throw. Good. Checking into the ball game, Francis. Replacing Sargent. Another solid performance from the big fella. So Cruz Samuel bringing it across the timeline. Gets it to Scott. Scott to Meade. Richardson. Splash.
And Rashidi, the three-point shot is what's keeping Antigua in this game. They're shooting very well from beyond the arc.
So Gray penetrates on the left side, looking for something, found Bain. Falta personal called on number 5, Kareem Meade. So Gray will shoot free throws for the Bahamians.
I'm going to have to call my boy Quentin Hall in the Bahamas and let him know he's no longer the fastest point guard in the Bahamas, as I have seen Gray and Rose and Hines, who's just a blur on the court.
Gray, first attempt. Good.
Former alumni of that great Gonzaga team that went to the Final Four.
Really? Wow. Gray, second. Good. Cruz Samuel passes it ahead to Meade. Samuel goes to the left side. Pass to Scott. Back to Meade. Meade on the right side wing. Baseline cut. Changes sides to Samuel. Splash! Good ball movement by Antigua. 40-35. Closing moments of the first half. Lots of pressure from Antigua. Hines gets it to Gray. Back to Hines. Breaks down the defense. Bain for 2.
Beautiful pass by Hines.
8 seconds. Francis gets away and misses the lane.
He was so wide open. I think he was expecting some contact, and when he didn't get it, he threw off his shot.
And everybody rushes to encourage Francis. So 40-37 in favor of Antigua in the best game of the tournament so far, easily.
Definitely the best game. Antigua is looking real impressive today. They're shooting a very good percentage from beyond the arc. Let's see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And I am looking forward to it. I hope you are as well on the World Wide Web. It's brought to you courtesy of the fine folks of CCT and, of course, FIBA. So as we resume play in what has been a hotly contested game between Antigua and the Bahamas, Antigua leads 40-37. And what has kept Antigua in the game are their points from turnovers, 13 of them, while Bahamas only has 4 points off of turnovers.
Well, for Antigua, it was the outside shooting of the guards. Gray, in particular, and Meade was very good from the outside.
So Bahamas control for the first half, the opening of the first half. Colby roll back into the ball game. Gray, nice spin move, beautiful fake. Davis doesn't get the tap, but Roll does. Who you rolling with?
And Roll, big fella who showed that he could step outside and shoot the ball also yesterday, getting this action started early in the second half.
So Antigua pass it around the horn. Scott gets it on the wing to Warrington. Shot from the corner, no good. Rebound, Gray, the lob. 2 points on the business end for Kadeem Colby.
Great pass by Hines, who is a shoot-first guard, that time getting the assist.
Richardson in the post. Gets it opposite. Warrington to Sargent. Sargent met at the basket by Roll.
Sargent is a man among boys in there.
Certainly is. Foul called on number 15, Magnum Roll. Sargent gets the first free throw to go. So we're even at 41 apiece. Second free throw good. Davis to inbound. So controlling the ball is Gray. Gray gives it to Roll at the top. Roll to Davis. Gray from the corner. Nope. Rebound, Kobe. Lost control. Good hustle by Roll.
And look at the hustle for the big fella getting on the ground.
Certainly.
Those are the plays in close ball games that helps you at the end of the game.
Scott brings it across the timeline. Gives it to Warrington. Pull up. No good. Here comes the Bahamas. Gray. Move it. Antigua out and running. Scott fouled by Davis. So he'll have to earn 2 at the stripe.
Davis and Scott jawing back and forth at each other. I'm not so sure he was too happy with that foul.
The foul called on Bennett Davis. His third personal. Scott to shoot 2. First free throw, good. Rebound, Colby. Here comes the Bahamas. Hines controlling the rock on the right side. Directing traffic. Davis with the pull. No good. Rebound, Richardson. Here comes Antigua. Scott looks in the corner, nothing happening there. Gives it to McCoy. McCoy asking for a screen but doesn't use it. The tap, no good. Warrington pulls it out on the right side wing. Gives it to Richardson. The real McCoy wants to handle the rock. Good idea. The veteran point guard on the right side wing. Penetrates to the right. Kicks it out. to the left side wing. Scott. Scott goes opposite to Warrington. Back to Richardson. Richardson spin move. Falta personal. Foul called on Bennett Davis.
Great move by Richardson. Went to the spin move, create some space between him and the defender. Help side defense was a little late and he got the foul.
And that's Bennett Davis' fourth foul. He's forced to go to the bench.
And that's a big loss for the Bahamas team as he had 12 points and 7 rebounds yesterday.
Certainly is. Richardson misses the first. Richardson's second attempt, no good. Rebound, roll. So Hines pats the rock, gives it to Kobe. Kobe, pull up, no good, in and out. Rebound, a real McCoy. McCoy across the timeline. Richardson goes middle, passes it off to Scott. No good. Rebound, Colby. Here comes Gray for the Bahamas. Sets it up, gives it to Colby. Colby goes opposite. Hines looks, back to Gray. Inside to roll, high low, no bueno. Here comes Antigua after the steal. Scott passes it off to the Sergeant for two.
Great move inside by Sargent. Starting to make his presence felt in the second half.
So coming across the timeline, Hines. Hines penetrates the middle, down the lane, parted like the Red Sea.
As I said, Hines is a shoot-first point guard. He's looking to score.
So those red jerseys parted like the Red Sea. The Sergeant. Fouled by Kobe.
I think Sargent has it in his mind that every time he touches the ball, he's going to go to the bucket now.
Sharif Sargent gets ready to shoot two.
Salute!
First one's good. Whoa.
After a good-looking free throw at the first one, it was nothing but air the second one.
Yep. Close the doors. Apparently there's a draft in here. So Gray controlling the rock, brings it across the timeline for the Bahamas. They go inside. Opposite corner, Gray. No good. Rebound, McCoy. McCoy gets to the rack, blocking foul called on Gray.
And I thought it was a good call by the referee. Gray wasn't quite set yet. He was still moving as Lennox McCoy heads to the line to shoot two.
Francis checks into the ball game, placing the Sergeant.
McCoy with only 4 points yesterday, but he's definitely the floor general for this Antiguan team.
McCoy's first attempt is good. McCoy's second attempt. Good.
If Antigua can keep up this pace, they're going to be in great shape in the fourth quarter.
So bringing it across the timeline is Rose. Rose up top, gives it to Hines. Hines to Rose. The pull up by Bain. No good. Rebound, Scott. Here comes Antigua. McCoy pushing it. Uses the screen from Scott. Scott pops, back to McCoy. McCoy goes away from the screen. Finger roll, no good. Francis, for two.
Beautiful move by McCoy, but he missed it. Francis with the corral on the rebound.
Rose to roll. Roll to Hines. Hines, no bueno. Richardson corrals. And here comes Antigua. McCoy centers, gives it to Scott. Scott, splash!
Great Scott! And Antigua clearly with the momentum right now receding as the Bahamas team called the timeout.
50-43, 4:51. What a ball game. So Hines controlling. Antigua in a 2-3 zone. Pass it inside to Roll. Bain didn't get the finger roll to go. The Puerto Rico referee, Blanco Diaz, says it's going Antigua's way.
Antigua with a lot of momentum right now with their largest lead of the game, 10 points.
McCoy met by Rose at the timeline. Francis sets the screen. McCoy with the pull-up, no good. Rebound, Francis, move it.
And the Antigua team just seems to be quicker right now than Bahamas. They get into all the loose balls.
McCoy gets it in the post. Rose whistled for the foul. So McCoy will shoot up here. First free throw is good. McCoy's second attempt on the way and good. So Kadeem Colby replaces his brother, I assume, Dwight Colby. Across the timeline, Gray. They go inside to Roll. Beautiful spin move. Roll didn't have much of an angle, but managed to draw the foul, which was called on Kavari Francis.
Clearly the Bahamas coach wanted him to go inside, try to create some kind of contact and get to the line.
And he certainly did. So 2 free throws coming up for Roll. Free throws good.
What was the mix-up there, Rashidi?
I think they indicated on the clock that the foul was on McCoy, and McCoy was saying that foul was not on him. Roll. Second free throw. So the free throw is good, but the foul is called on Kadeem Colby.
And Colby just now clearly just took Richardson, and just swung him to the floor. Might have been a frustration foul.
So Richardson steps to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one is no good. Richardson's second attempt, good. So Roll will inbound to the speedy Gray. Gray gave it to Rose. Rose back to Gray. Switches sides of the floor. Hines with a dangerous pass. And as a result, turnover. Antigua's possession.
Everything going Antigua's way right now, as the Bahamas team is clearly not on the same page with each other.
So McCoy brings it across the timeline. One of the older players in this year's tournament. Richardson directing traffic, then goes right, comes back left. Roll was there to change the shot, and Roll will now bring it across the timeline, passes it to Hines. Hines up top, Gray. Looking at Kadeem. Hines on the right side wing, passes to Gray at the top of the key. Back to Hines. Hines will pull, no good. Rebound, McCoy. Richardson across the timeline, difficult pass, but
McCoy being a floor leader and telling them to settle down.
so McCoy uses it. The Francis screen goes left, finds a wide open shooter in the corner. No good. Rebound, Rose. Through the 5-hole. Gray for 3. No good. Big rebound by Roll.
Rowe getting a little more active in this third quarter, as he has been a constant on the offensive boards for the Bahamas team.
So the foul is called on Bajan Warrington. That is his first. So Mario Davis checks into the ball game, as did Cruz Samuel for Antigua. Bain replaces Kadeem Colby for the Bahamas. Roll with one more free throw. First one's no good, I'm sorry.
Jumping ahead of yourself, ain't you, Rashidi?
I certainly am. Still trying to catch up to these names. Roll gets the second one. So Kadeem Colby replaces Bain. That's who was just subbed, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm a little confused by that.
Might be time for you to take another 5-hour energy.
But didn't he just come out the game for Bain?
I thought he did.
Right? Anyway.
And the Antiguan team see that Bahamas are in the penalty and everything is going inside right now, as they'll be shooting 2 shots for every foul the rest of this third quarter.
Mario Davis. First attempt is good. Don't forget, in the nightcap, the British Virgin Islands will be defending their home floor once again.
They had a great showing last night.
They certainly did. Gray with the rebound. Gray gets it up to Hines. Hines with the pull-up. No good. Rebound, Francis. Richardson gets it ahead to Cruz Samuel. Samuel looking in the interior. That's a difficult pass.
And again, as you can see, everything is going inside. The coach doesn't want any perimeter shots unless it's wide open, as every foul from now would be 2 shots for the Antigua team. And if you got a guy like Sargent playing down low, why wouldn't you pass it down inside?
First one is short.
.11 lead.
Second free throw is good. Antigua's got 18 points in the paint. 9 of them belong to Sargent. So Kobe gives it to Gray. Gray back to Hines. Hines to Gray. Gray for 2. Davis handling. Cruz Samuel, no good. Good box out. Here comes the Bahamas. Bain. Rose couldn't control, gets it to Gray. Gray to Hines. Foul on the floor. Foul called on Cruz Samuel.
And Kobe and Sargent is going at each other down low.
And George Hughes calls timeout for Antigua. Score is 58-48 in the third quarter.
Salute. as the sergeant is fighting down in the paint. Three seconds to shoot on the clock. And like one of my favorite reggae artists goes, pressure bust pipe. And Richardson down the lane with a monster jam. And the Antigua bench is up and on the court as they are hyped as the Antigua team takes a 12-point lead going into the fourth quarter. And we're back as we start the last and final quarter. The momentum going right now to Antigua.
So the real McCoy brings it across the timeline for Antigua. There's a brush screen by Scott. Scott gets it. Mid post. Pull up. Good.
And the Antigua players feeling real confident right now, Rashidi.
As they should. Greater Hines. Roll. Roll puts it off the glass. No good. Rebound. Great Scott. Scott finds McCoy. He'll settle down the troops. Gets it ahead to Davis. Davis trying to go one-on-one with Roll. A lot of physicality. Nothing called. Nice advance of the ball. Gray gets it. Rejected.
Great defense.
Good hustle by McCoy. So we got to do some housekeeping after that dive. McCoy certainly not playing like the oldest player in the tournament. Gray finds Roll in the high post. Roll faces. loses it, gets it back, turns, loses it again. Falta personal called on Richardson.
As Rowe was very determined that he was going to get to the basket on that possession. Antigua players thought they had a good strip, but the officials saw different.
Second foul for Richardson. No threat there. So Hines walks it in. The pull up. Splash. Good. So Gray hits a three to keep it respectable. 64-53 in favor of Antigua. McCoy gets it across the half-court line. Tries to work something. Davis pops out. Sargent goes into the post. McCoy shoots the three. Splash.
Big shot by the floor general, McCoy, who's not necessarily looking to score, but his team is going to need him to put up some numbers if they're going to win this game.
Hines switches the floor. Deep ball, no good. Rebound, Richardson. Richardson looking ahead. Gets it across the timeline. Passes it to Davis. Davis to McCoy. That is smart basketball right there. Great Scott!
And there he is again.
Splash! So Hines pulls up. Too early in the shot clock right there.
And Scott with the rebound. As the Antigua team continues to shoot very good from beyond the arc.
McCoy, great Scott. No good, rebound, Gray.
Might have been a heat check.
Gray to Hines, Hines to the middle. Dumps it off of Bain, but Bain can't control it.
And Rashidi, I gotta mention, if Antigua goes on to win this game, that's gotta be a big upset in this tournament, as Bahamas was the second or one silver in the 2011 CBC games.
Good point. So Davis now brings it across. McCoy being guarded by Gray. We got a foul.
Sargent kind of dipped his shoulder on that play, kind of dislodged the player to create some space. Was called for the offensive foul.
(70-53), biggest lead of the ball game for Antigua, up 17. 17, sister 17. If you're from the U.S. Virgin Islands, you realize that 17-plus song. So, across the timeline, Hines has the rock, looking inside for Roll. Davis thinks about it, gets it into Roll. A lot of traffic in there. Hines for three, splash.
Bahamas team was very fortunate right there to get a shot out of that, as the Antigua team is being very scrappy.
Turnover. Gray to Hines. No good. Hines gets it back but loses it. Davis to McCoy. McCoy gets it to Scott. Scott down the middle. Oh! Richardson with the putback.
Richardson is who's one of the most athletic players in this tournament, showing why, as he got above the rim for the flush.
Inside to Bain. Bain gets it to go. 72-58, 6 minutes and 14 seconds. So McCoy controlling, crossover, finds Davis. Davis from the corner, splash!
And Rashidi, it's unbelievable the percentage these guys are shooting from beyond the arc.
Gray tries to get it into Roll. Hell ball. Possession stays with the Bahamas. Timeout call for the Bahamas. 75-58 in favor of Antigua, and their fans are loving it.
Bahamas Antigua feeling real confident right now as they're smelling the victory.
And this is as close as you're going to get to McDonald's in Tortola. I'm loving it. We'll be back after these messages.
5 minutes, 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Rebound for Roll. Roll with the putback. He'll go to the charity stripe. So the foul called on Sargent. So McCoy of Antigua giving the words of encouragement to Roll before he shoots two. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. And Roll misses. McCoy calling for the press after a made free throw. So McCoy letting his team know that Bahamas is going to press after the made free throw.
It's going to be important to see how they handle the pressure these last 5 minutes of the game.
And the Bahamas not doing a good job getting into that pressure. So McCoy able to walk the ball across the timeline. Goes right side. Scott in the corner, up to Davis. McCoy, right side wing. Loses the handle. Pull up. No good. Rebound, Bain. Here comes the Bahamas. Gray pushes it ahead. Led him a little too far.
And that's a bad shot, there, sweetie.
Certainly is. Rebound, Francis. McCoy settling down the troops. He goes left. The pull up from the corner. Good for Davis.
Antigua definitely confident right now as they take an 18-point lead.
Good hustle by Francis.
And Antigua's starting to get all the loose balls. Rashidi, this Bahamian team is going to have to pick up full court and put some pressure if they want to get back into this game.
So Gray taking heat. He is guarding McCoy. Rose unable to get the steal, so Scott picks it up, gives it to Davis. Davis goes baseline. The fade away off the glass. Good!
And everything that the Antigua team is putting up right now is going in.
Hines. Fouled by Davis. Pull up. No good. Rebound put back is good, however. Rose with the two. So Davis will walk it across the timeline. Gets a high screen from Francis. Sargent definitely took steps.
Good call by the official as Sargent shuffled his feet before he made his move right in front of the official.
Blanco Diaz looking sharp.
Another nice name.
So Gray across the timeline. Gray to Rose. Rose. No good. Rebound, Davis. Here comes the real McCoy. McCoy penetrates and gives it off to Scott. Rebound, Gray. Passes it ahead. Hines with the lay. So Davis to Scott, back to Davis, cross the timeline. McCoy. So the Antigua coach wanted a timeout, changed his mind. McCoy settles things down. You can do that when you have a veteran point guard. Finds Francis. Francis puts it on the floor and gets the runner.
And everything falling for the Antigua team right now as their confidence continues to grow as we get late on in this game.
Pull up. No good.
Another bad shot by Hines. The Bahamian team is trying to get back into this game, shooting threes, and they're not making them right now.
Francis drops it down low to Sargent. the Sarge, move it. Here comes the Bahamas. Gray pushing it. Only got Rose with him. Didn't need the help.
Beautiful Euro step by Rose.
So Antigua up 16. With how many minutes left, Cal?
2 minutes and 40 seconds left. The Bahamian team have a lot of work to do. They're trying to do a shooting three-point shot. I'm not sure that's the right approach. But they got to start making some buckets.
So we'll be back for the final moments of this one. .241 to go in the ball game. The house DJ was playing Keen She Backdoor. So Antigua rolling at this point. McCoy being guarded by Gray, full court pressure. McCoy handles it confidently. McCoy taking it one-on-one. Nice find.
Beautiful drop pass by McCoy.
And the finish by Great Scott. Changes sides. Hines for three. No good. Rebound. Davis. Scott picks it up. Gets it to McCoy. McCoy brings it across the timeline. Closely guarded by Gray. Davis controls on the left side wing. Takes it to the middle of the floor. Drops it off of Francis. Francis with a turnaround. Hook shot. Good.
And I think the Antigua team is smelling victory with 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the game.
I think this one is a wrap like December 25th. Hines goes middle. Dumps it off to Gray in the corner. No good. Rebound. Davis tapped to McCoy. Stolen away by Bain.
And nothing is going the Bahamas' way.
So Richardson had Francis, decided to stall. McCoy.
He's trying to get a foul and the referees are not even giving him that.
I think the referees know the good food ends in about 20 minutes.
Huge upset for the Bahamian team, who still has a chance to make it into the medal round, depending on the points and what happened with the next games, the next few days.
So Davis up top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Davis. Foul is called.
And right now, Rashidi with the Bahamian team down 20. It's pretty much academic. It's only a matter of time before the Antigua team walks out of here with this win. And huge upset.
So Bennett Davis fouls out of the ball game. Davis will shoot a couple.
And Rashid, I don't know if you heard that, but Lennox McCoy told his team to keep trying to score, as he knows since they lost the first game, this might come down to a tie where they would go to the point differential.
So he's saying we need to win by 26 because we lost by 26. Davis gets the free throw.
Great heads-up play by the point guard out of Antigua, knowing the point differential and knows that they need to keep scoring.
So they push it up the floor. Richardson off the glass, no good. Davis with the rebound. Scott for three, no good. McCoy gets it. Down low. Oh! Meet me at the summit!
And Richardson said, your elevator goes up to the 6th floor, but mine goes up to the 8th. And the Antigua fans are going crazy in the stands. As Antigua is now up by 25, if I'm not mistaken, Rashidi.
23.
I wasn't good at math. That was my worst subject.
I think that's you looking into your crystal ball. You've been doing very good with that, though. Free throw, no good. So Johnson brings it across the timeline. Davis whistled for the foul. So due to point differential, no game is over. Because Antigua is going a full 100 right now. 100% effort as they try to win by 26 because they lost their opener by 26.
Bahamas can lose this game and still end up going on to the qualifying round because of the FIBA rules. That's why it's so important to play till the last buzzer goes off, as they lost by 26 in their first game.
So getting some help from Johnson, missing both free throws. Oh, he was wide open down low. Davis gets it to go from McCoy. McCoy has had quite a few assists today.
And now, Lennox McCoy telling them they need one more basket.
And to ensure that they get that timeout, they actually, to get that basket, they call timeout. Up by 25 with 14 seconds to go.
What's interesting is I think McCoy was trying to get his players to shoot a three, and they saw the player wide open under the basket, and he went for the 2. So they're actually down by 1 right now because they need to win this game by 26 points.
And now to clarify for everybody, it's a point differential for all 3 games. So if they win at this point, they would be -2, -1.
Well, we don't know how many points. Well, no, you're
No,
right.
I mean, yeah,
you're right.
If we were to end it at this point.
It would be -1 right now. Now -2.
Thank you, sir. So Johnson makes the first free throw, 14 seconds left in the game. Rebound. So winning by 26 would only get them to 0 in point differential. And of course, this only means anything if they tie with someone else who has an opportunity to advance. I hope you're following at home.
Well, this would come down to play if both teams win the next game, then they would be tied. Or either both teams loses the next game.
But would you go with head-to-head first? Is like that the first tiebreaker, head-to-head?
And there goes Scott.
Now, if you're not familiar with FIBA rules and you just walk in,
You're wondering why they're trying to score.
right.
And I think the Bahama team knows the point system also because they're not letting them get off any shots.
So Scott will step to the free throw line. And Great Scott had an outstanding game tonight. He's got 25 points and counting to go along with 8 rebounds and 2 assists, 5 steals. So Great Scott was great tonight.
What's the point spread right now, Rashidi?
It's -2. Make it -4.
And that's a big bucket.
So Calvert is going to get us an interview with Great Scott. M.S. Scott III made Emmett Scott and Emmett Scott II proud. Emmett Scott III. Very impressive performance by Antigua. So we're going to have a word with M.S. Scott III as he looks at his stat sheet. Very impressive stat line for Mr. Scott. So Calvert is about to speak to the player of the game.
I'm here with Scott of the Antigua team, who had a tremendous game, 25 points and 9 rebounds. After losing the first game yesterday, you guys came back with tremendous energy today. Tell me a little bit something about the game.
Well, I mean, it was just a test of our overall character, you know, as a team. One thing these guys have is a lot of heart. You know, that's one thing we pride ourselves on. We're not the biggest team, but we're going to fight, you know, every time we step on the floor, and it was really important. You know, we were a little subpar yesterday, but the biggest thing was for us to come back and rebound and really, you know, show what the real Antigua can do.
Now, a lot of people don't know about the point system in FIBA. I saw you guys at the end of the game was still trying to score. Right now, you're -4 to the Bahamas team, so which means in a head-to-head competition, you would actually need them to either lose tomorrow and you guys win. Tell me a little something about that. You guys was trying to score to the end of the game.
Yeah, well, you know, unfortunately yesterday we lost to Cuba by 26, and you know, we had to try to make it up. I had a chance at the free throw line. We're up 24, and I missed the free throws. You know, it's just rough, man. But you know, I'm just happy for the win. You know, and tomorrow we got a game we just have to win. We have to take care of business first tomorrow.
Lennox McCoy, your point guard, very intelligent player. He's been around the Antigua national team for quite some time. His play today, as far as leadership on the court, I thought kind of settled you guys down. What do you guys expect out of your team tomorrow?
Well, I mean, first of all, about Lennox, you know, he's the elder statesman. He's the guy that everyone looks to, our captain. And, you know, he just came up with a big veteran professional performance, you know. Tomorrow, we just have to move on. You know, just like we moved on today from the loss yesterday, we have to move on tomorrow from this game today, you know. We have to just stay high and play with a lot of energy tomorrow and try to get the win.
Great game, man. Congratulations and good luck on tomorrow's game.
Thank you very much.